Srimad Bhagwatam, Bhagavad Puran, Skanda-3 or Volume-3 or Canto-3, Chapter-13, Sloka-18 onwards. Here Maitreyaji is saying to Vidurji, O sinless Vidurji, just as Lord Brahmaji was thinking this, a thumb-sized boar, that is Varha, came out from the nostrils of Lord Brahmaji. So this is how the creation of Boar or the Janma of Boar has happened. He came out from the nostril of Brahmaji. Hey Bharat. So Maitreyaji is calling Vidurji as Bharat because Vidurji was from the dynasty of King Bharat. Okay, he belonged to that dynasty. What was even more surprising was that the thumb-sized boar started increasing in size rapidly in few seconds became the size of an elephant. This is still Shloka 19. Who is explaining? Tejas.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, so in this shloka, it said that, ma'am, so then a small thumb-sized boar came from Lord Brahma's nostril, and then Maitreyaji is also referring to Vidurji as O Bharat, because ma'am, he is descendant of King Bharat. Ma'am, so then that what was interesting was that the boar kept increasing in size very rapidly, and in few seconds it was as big as an elephant.
Very good. Now Shloka 20. Tapasya. Having seen this huge boar, the various sages present there, like Lord Brahmaji, Marichi, the Sanaka, and the brothers Swayambhu, started to think various theories. All were surprised. Everyone
Yes, ma'am.
were just thinking according to their intellect, and they were no thinking whatever they know. So for them,
Yes.
for everyone, it was a surprise and they were shocked and they were having their own imagination and thinking. Yes, come on,
So
Tapasya.
in this shloka it has been said that um, all the sages, they like Brahmaji, the great Brahmanas, and all, they're so surprised seeing this boar turning into a big elephant. Like for example, you'll be surprised when your mom makes you something without telling you.
Good. Now, Shloka 21. Oh, how come a divine creature has come in the form of a boar or pig also? It has just come out of my nose. That is Brahmaji saying. He is saying he is a divine creature and how come he has come in this form? Boar or a pig. You know? So that is the shock for Brahmaji. Just now it was the size of the nail of a thumb, and within seconds it has taken a huge form. Definitely, this is the illusion of the Supreme Lord by which we are being confused. So Brahmaji is now actually talking, and he got an idea that it is a illusion of Supreme Lord, and he is a divine creature, and he has gone so huge within the fraction of seconds. So whose turn? Yeah, okay. Come on.
Who should explain?
You. Whose turn?
Ma'am, my turn.
Okay, then Tejas, you explain.
Ma'am, so in the shloka, what Lord Brahmaji is saying, like, how did this divine creature come from my nostrils? Ma'am, because Brahma knows that it's Lord Sri Krishna, the Supreme Lord. Ma'am, because, ma'am, like, this is one of the, tricks of Lord Sri Krishna, ma'am, because, like, just a few seconds ago, the boar was, like, a thumb size, like, just a nail, and like you could easily just pick it up, but then in few seconds it was like so big and so massive and heavy.
Very good. Now Shloka
Thank you,
23.
ma'am.
Just as Lord Brahmaji and others were thinking thus, the Supreme Personality of God roared loudly that could even tremble the huge mountains. So, all the great people standing there were just thinking. Meanwhile, the Supreme Personality of God, the boar or the pig, has roared so loudly that it could tremble the mountains as well, huge mountains. By roaring, the Supreme Lord enlightened Lord Brahmaji and all the other sages present there, and his roar echoed in all the directions. Dev Tapasya.
So, ma'am, in this shloka it has been said that the Lord Shri Krishna rode like a boar, and like uh, ma'am, what do you say it, ma'am?
Roared like a boar loudly, and then
Yes, ma'am. It roared loudly, and like everybody got surprised. They like thinking that is it the illusion of Lord Shri Krishna, or are we imagine, or is it real?
then what is been told here?
Um, ma'am, it's like yes, ma'am. It is like the boar rode like a tremendous mountain, like ma'am, what do you say, ma'am? Its roar is like as huge as a mountain, if you heard it as.
The roar was Tejas' reaction. You are totally distracted. Why, Tapasya?
No, I was in the same. Ma'am, I like just following you. Like I had this local period, so I was listening to you.
Tejas, you tell.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, so the roar was so strong and powerful that it could shake even the greatest mountains.
Now, did you understand, Tapasya?
Yes,
Oh,
it was
sorry, ma'am.
like a great mountain.
No problem, Tapasya.
Ma'am, next shloka me.
Yeah, yeah.
Ma'am, shloka 24, right, ma'am?
And even that avatar, that incarnation has enlightened all the great sages and
Pages.
gods standing over there. Now, Shloka 25. As soon as the great sages from the higher planes like the Satyalok, Tapalok, and Janalok heard the roar from the giant boar, and knowing that it is the Supreme Lord Himself, everyone started singing various chants and hymns in order to worship the Supreme Lord. So basically, what we understand, Supreme Lord has no given the darshan. Till now, they were feeling Him. They were not able to see the Supreme Lord. Now they are able to see Supreme Lord in the form of a boar or a pig. So that is why all are super excited and they started singing the glories of the Supreme Lord. Hymns or worshipping Him.
Ma'am, can I explain?
Yeah, Tapasya.
So, ma'am, in this shloka it has been said that the great sages of Janalok, Tapalok, and Satyalok, they heard this, the great sound, like they heard the loud sound of the boar, and they thought that it is Lord Shri Krishna, and they started chanting the hymns and the glories of Lord Shri Krishna.
Thank you. Now, Shloka 26. The described elaborately in the Vedas. The form of the Supreme Lord has been described elaborately in the Vedas, and hence the Supreme Lord was very happy to listen to the chants and hymns from all the sages. He roared once again for the benefit of the sages and entered the waters in a playful way, just like the elephant play with the waters. Tejas.
Ma'am, so then after that, Lord Shri Krishna rode again very loudly for the benefit of the sages, and then he went into the water playfully, like when a happy elephant goes into the water.
Very good. Now, Shloka 27. Even this boar form of the Supreme Lord was so glorious that he lifted his tail and jumped towards the sky. And then, when he pierced the clouds with his sharp claws and body hair, it was all looking magnificent. His body was very rigid with thick, hard hairs on the skin. His beard was white and his eyes were illumining.
So, ma'am, it's nothing but describing how the boar was.
Correct. Come on, explain.
So, ma'am, in this shloka, it has been said that how the boar was like they're describing how the boar was. It it flew into the sky, pricking the clouds with its horns, tail, and the hair in the body, and it looked so magnificent.
Very good. Thank you so much. Now, Shloka 28. Even though the Supreme Lord is the most supreme, he was searching for the earth, which was immersed in the ocean, by smelling from its nose. Even though he was looking ferocious in this boar form, he looked with pleasing eyes towards Marichi, Sankarishis, and others, and who were continuously chanting the names of the Supreme Lord Srihari. He then entered into the ocean. Come on, Tejas.
Ma'am, so in this shloka, what is said that, ma'am, so after that, Lord Sri Krishna, even though there is no one more supreme than him, went to search for the earth, which was in the sea of dissolution. Ma'am, and even though he looked very ferocious and like, ma'am, if we see a boar like that, we'll probably start running away and not like chant the shlokas. But ma'am, but then he looked at them with pleasing eyes to Sankar rishis and other rishis who was telling the different names of Lord Sri Krishna.
Very good. Now, Shloka 29. When his head entered the ocean, bisecting the ocean into two halves, two large waves erupted from the oceans with the sound of huge thunders. It seemed that the ocean cried with pain and pleaded the Supreme Lord for mercy. Tapasya.
So in this shloka, it has been said that when Lord Shri Krishna in the boar form got like he put his head into the water, the ocean was divided into two halves, and two big tides came, like crying, telling that please give mercy on us.
Correct. Then the Supreme Lord, the other end of his huge endless ocean, and found the earth, which is the abode for all the humans and living beings, resting in the depths of the ocean. The Supreme Lord had himself given the shelter to the earth at the end of the previous kalpa. So, remember what Brahmaji was thinking, and Swayambhu and his wife, they all went and asked to Brahmaji where to go, where to live, because there is no earth. So, on that, Brahmaji was just thinking, and the boar came out from the nose of the Brahmaji. So, boar incarnation was to bring the earth into existence, the land, which is the abode of all the living beings. Correct? So this is the purpose of the incarnation of the boar. Come on, Tejas, your turn.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, so in this shloka, what is said is that, ma'am, so then Lord Sri Krishna went down to the surface of the ocean where he found the earth resting. Ma'am, he remembered because it was him who gave the earth a resting place in the previous kalpa. Ma'am, so then he basically brought up the earth. Ma'am, now we understood that why the boar, like in like Lord Sri Krishna came out as the form of a boar. Ma'am, like because mostly because Swayambhu and his wife was like, there's no other place because our home is Earth, but Earth is under the sea. So then Lord Sri Krishna, Brahmaji didn't even call him. He was just thinking about how to rescue the Earth, and Lord Sri Krishna came in the boar form and lifted the Earth up.
Thank you so much. So we did till Shloka 30.